Okay, Carolyn, we're going to be talking about width in the golf swing, right?
Yeah.
And we see a lot of players, they take it wide on the way back, but then they also get very wide on the way down. We see the club head almost gets thrown out a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
And
does.
I want you to talk about, or to those players, on how they would maybe think about the golf swing differently and what they should do.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the downswing, ideally, we want to actually see a little bit less width in the downswing than we see in the backswing.
Yeah.
So when you look at the tour players, there's a narrowing that happens from the top of the backswing coming down into transition.
Yeah.
It's a couple of reasons why this happens. So number one, it's because, as you know, the best players in the world, as they're going back about 90% in their backswing, they're starting down already into their downswing, right? The transition. So when you are getting all the way back here, you're already starting down, which shifts your center of gravity forward a little bit. So that naturally brings your hands a little bit closer to the target. It brings you down. Also, you're working with the weight of the club head, right? You want to kind of have that club head and the shaft shallowing, and you'll see this better from down the line as I'm in the top position right here. Ideally, you want to let that feel of that heavy club head drop it down a little bit and have that nice little shallowing and coming into the ball in a neutral way. So that's really why we are going to be narrowing our backswing a little bit more. It's going to be a combination of our center of gravity moving towards the target because we want to get through to the target well, and we're allowing our path to shallow and that club head to drop a little bit and feel that weight.
Yeah, so we're looking for a wide backswing and then a narrow downswing. But when we do that, we certainly don't want to pull at any stage as well. And we've got a slew of videos on the channel here all around that sort of transition and then how to do that correctly. But the misconception of what Hogan used to do of dragging that back elbow in front of the body, I think really puts a lot of players into a position that makes ball striking harder than it needs to be.
Yeah.
And I want you to talk about, yes, we're doing a wide to narrow golf swing with the club head, but we always want to keep width, don't we? A quick heads up, if you want a free swing review, well, I'm currently giving away personalized feedback to every single golfer inside my online community. Players of all levels from around the globe upload their swings and I send them back custom video breakdowns showing them exactly what they need to work on next. Click the link in the description for 7 days of complete access, not only to the swing review, but also to every single one of my premium instructional videos, normally worth hundreds of dollars. Go ahead and check it out, and I can't wait to help you improve your game.
Of course, yes, we don't want to just break down. There is no point, as Kerrod said, in the golf swing where you want to be pulling your hands closer to your body. You're always going to want to be resisting. So if you even put your hands out here a little bit and Kerrod was to push against my hands right here, I would want to resist this, right? And now if we put this on the golf swing plane down here and we put it in the backswing, there's resistance. If we put it halfway down, I still feel like I'm pushing my hands out. And actually you will feel that if you start at the top of your backswing, if you feel like you're pushing your hands out away from the target, what happens to my club head here, Kerrod?
Yeah, you're going to see that the club head actually naturally drops a little bit. You're going to see that floating of the club head in any high level ball striker where it's going to go from a wider position to a narrower if you're looking at the top of the swing.
Yeah.
So keeping width really is all about the distance from the chest to the hands and ensuring that's staying wide. And you do that through almost a feeling of pushing, right? Yeah. And as soon as you start to pull or yank this golf club into your body, you're actually going to lose your arm structure. So your arms aren't going to stay in this nice long position, which we know at impact is so important for that power and compression. As soon as you start to pull anything towards your body, we're out of position.
Because pulling your hands into it doesn't necessarily always mean your club head is going to come closer to your body.
Yeah.
Because what your hands don't do, your club head will compensate for.
Correct.
So if you look at this, the more out my hands are, the closer to my body. If you just took the middle of my body and to the club head, that distance as a reference, if I do this, my club head is actually much further away from me, versus if my hands are out and pushing away, my club head is now almost behind me, in line with me, and now I can kind of feel like the club head stays close right through impact, and then obviously we release it. And in the finish and the swing through, we want to feel wide and go from that narrow to wide feeling again with the club head.
100%. So what I'm going to do here is just demonstrate, let's say, a wide to wide golf swing. So something which is not really going to have that much power. Certainly better than a narrow and narrow golf swing, but a wide to wide golf swing would look like this. a lot of effort for
Yep.
not much reward. And then we would see players would go, okay, I want to get narrow, I want to go wide to narrow, but then what they're going to do this.
Yep.
You can see the arms are going to bunch up around the body. And contact, look, it took a divot, but was very lucky in that I didn't actually miss the golf ball because my arms were pulling into my body so much. But really, what we want is a wide golf swing, keeping the distance between the hands and the chest consistent as we can throughout the backswing and downswing, but allowing that head to move slightly in. We do that through the wrist structure and the trail arm. And just being nice and soft and oily with those wrists, you'll find that the weight of the golf club will naturally move in. I'm going to practice this by just getting the feeling of almost pushing away with my backhand. You can use the back of your palm or your palm of your right hand to push away against that thumb throughout the golf swing. That'll give you a sensation of that width. But let's turn this into a golf shot and let's see how that comes out for us.
Thanks for watching this video. YouTube thinks that you would benefit from watching this one next. So click that card and it could be the tip that you need to take your game to the next level. I'll see you next time.